Hi guys, it's Mitch here, just coming on to do the Facebook card reveals for you all. Sorry my hair looks a little bit big. I was out walking the dog earlier and it's left a little bit of an indentation in my hair. It kind of looks like I've used a roller on the front. I haven't, it's just literally windswept. This is how we roll down here up in Wiltshire. Okay, so as we're going into card one, we're going into the energy of the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, a little bit like with the live the other day, it's that bad bitch energy. It's coming in to reclaim back your power, your purpose. And when the Queen of Swords shows, it's all about putting boundaries in place. It's about living life on your terms, not sacrificing, not kind of suppressing your emotions, your energy. It's doing things in your way, and people will respect that and support that, or they'll step aside and you'll just gently disconnect them, not in an aggressive or nasty way, but sometimes we outgrow people, and Queen of Swords can't be having anybody sort of traveling along that is trying to burden or slow them down. If you've got anybody around you or any situations, it might not be physical people, but if there's any sort of situations around you that are burdening, where you feel like you've got a bit of a weight that you're kind of pulling along, it's severing that connection, it's letting that go and thinking, actually, I'm strong enough and brave enough to travel without that suppressive energy. I think for a lot of us the last couple of years, we've been really forced to look at the truth of what we're holding, what we're carrying, and making changes. And that does sometimes include having to depart from people, friendships, family members that just actually don't always have our complete interests at heart. And the Queen will not compromise. She will not allow anybody to suppress or limitate her potential, her opportunity of how far she can go, because she's already successful, but she can harness an even greater success on her own merit. It's being brave enough to be real, to do your thing and not apologize for doing that. And I think sometimes it can be quite scary to live an authentic life, but that's the very thing that the Queen is encouraging for you at the moment. So if you are feeling a little bit, less powerful than you would normally be, it's time to rise. It's time to find that purpose, that power, and know that actually you deserve the experience that the world wants to offer you at this moment in time. Don't allow anybody else to detain or to take that from you. Own it. So that's being encouraged with this card. So I hope that makes sort of sense. As we're kind of going into card two, we're going into the energy of the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of graduation. So it could be for some of you that you have just literally completed something of great importance. It could be within a working world, it could be college or types of education, it could be personal study or, workshops, courses or additional learnings. But it is about kind of graduations and celebrations, and then using that kind of information to sort of move forward into something of great quality, of great value. Also, when the Chariot card comes out, it is about looking at where you sort of lie, where you are, and often making sort of physical changes. So this comes up a lot when there's a talk maybe of some change around the home. It could be that there's some renovation work or some redecoration going on, or it could be that maybe some of you are wanting to move. It could be a little bit of buying and selling, or leaving a rented property and wanting to move further afield or just somewhere different. So the Chariot is looking at long-term options of like living arrangements as well. That comes in quite strong. So I do feel that kind of quite powerful there for you as well. So just be cautious, just be aware of that, because I know that that feeling kind of comes in quite matter of fact. But the Chariot is wanting to sort of move you past anything that you've just kind of outgrown. It's almost like the completion of cycles and the beginning stages of something new. But with it, massive celebration. So it's nothing negative, it's all positive, it's all sort of really powerful stuff, but it's just the end of something, or the completion of something, and it's using that as a foundation to grow, to build upon for something of even more power, purpose or merit. So lots of success with this actually. Now guys, we were doing so well. If you've been drawn to card 3, we're going into the 7 of Cups. So if you've been drawn into this energy and into this card, some of you might be feeling really overwhelmed. Some of you might be feeling really confused. Some of you might be feeling like you can't see the wood for the trees at the moment. And with the 7 of Cups, it is feeling a bit confused. It's feeling sometimes like you're giving too much of your energy to way too much stuff, not just one or two things, but, you know, several things. It could be feeling like there's some tug of war energy going on around you, and you just might be feeling a little bit swamped with it all. You might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed if you've been drawn to this card, and it's basically pulling things back. It's digesting things. We can't fix and we can't be part of everything at once. It's impossible. It's a complete trait that Capricorn has. We try and, I'm a Capricorn, and we try and do everything at once, and then very often, you know, things fall apart, they unravel, they just don't get finished. The amount of unfinished projects I've got is a bit of a nightmare, and it's those things, I come back to them and I dibble with it for a bit, then I'll leave it, then I go away, then I come back. And the thing is, in a perfect world, this card is encouraging you to look at one thing at a time, do one thing, do it properly, do it well to the best of your abilities, then take on something else. So for some of you, there could be a bit of a realization that actually this life, this immediate space isn't working for you, and you do have to make some changes. So rather than trying to be accessible and available for all this stuff, you may have to say no to some people. You may have to look at what you're holding on to and actually think, no, that doesn't work for me. I need to move that to one side for now. Might not be forever, but might just be for now. So it is really, really important to be honest, to be truthful with yourself, you know, and because sometimes when we're bumbling around and we're in that sort of 3D sort of tunnel vision energy, we also run the risk of being left quite vulnerable, quite exposed, and sometimes we're not always perhaps giving the best energy to ourselves. So sometimes off the back of this, we can feel burnt out, we become a little bit ill, we could become a little bit run down, all of those sorts of things. And you've got the snake there, and that's like a warning. It's almost like, don't let any deception or any deceit or anything of, you know, snaky kind of qualities, don't let it sort of suppress or oh, sorry, that's interesting. The fact I coughed then is a block. Don't let any blockages coming around you that could restrict your voice, your communication, or anything of this nature. So I do feel for a lot of you that have been drawn to this card, that's really interesting. When I sort of tuned into that snake, I really felt that block there. So again, speak your truth. Don't allow the energy of this to limitate what's accessible back in card one, because those two are sort of in conflict a little bit. So interesting. I hope you can make sense of these. Going to leave them with you. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous. Just a very quick reminder, this coming Friday, I'm doing one of my seances, 7:30 till 10 o'clock in the Witch's Cellar in Trowbridge. One space left, £50 if you're interested and you'd like to book on to that. I also have one other space on the Sunday seance, which is an afternoon seance happening at 2:30 until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. If you'd like to come along to that one, drop me a message, let me know, or any of them. Again, £50, and we can get you booked on. If you want to do your own night with a group of people, drop me some dates that you potentially are thinking about, and we can maybe look at doing some bespoke nights. That could be an option as well, because I know that the dates that I initially put out are filling up quite fast. I think most of them now are pretty much full. There's only one or two that have got a few random spaces, so I'll look at putting some new fresh dates together as well soon. But going to be interesting, going to be really fun. So going to leave it with you. Love and blessings. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous, and I'll catch you very soon. Bye for now.